Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. It is a massive weekend of recruiting for Tennessee. They will host 15 official visitors over the weekend. Going to be headlined by five-star quarterback, Tennessee commit Faison Brandon. He will be in town. He will be peer recruiting. And one of the things that we love about Faison Brandon is he shut it down. He's locked into Tennessee, not taking any other official visits. The only official visit he will take is to the University of Tennessee. But some guys have committed elsewhere but still leave those recruitments open. They may be committed to LSU, Alabama, or Texas, but they are still flirting with Tennessee. And I think some of these are on flip watch. I think we have a legitimate shot, and I'm going to start with five-star wide receiver Tristan Keys. You can see the tweet there from On3 Recruits. He is going to be in town officially this weekend. He is a five-star wide receiver. He's the number one ranked wide receiver in the country, 6'2", 185 pounds out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, fifth best player overall in the country. This is a dude Ryan Callahan of Vols 247 put out going into the visit. He said sources have indicated that Tennessee is a legitimate threat to flip five-star LSU wide receiver commitment Tristan Keys of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He goes on to say multiple teams are still heavily involved with Keys, but Tennessee has been recruiting him as hard as anyone and is still scheduled to host him on an official visit this weekend. Look, we've been through the scouting report several times, so I'll keep it short. Andrew Ivins of 247 Sports calls him a game wrecker, and that's the type of stuff we hear about Savion Hyder, right? Game changer, game wrecker. These are what Mike Eckler would have called RLDs, real live dudes. Same thing with five-star quarterback Tennessee commit Faison Brandon. And again, Brandon has a great relationship with Tristan Keys, going to be here this weekend trying to flip that commitment from LSU to Tennessee. He committed to LSU back on March the 19th. And at that time, when he pulled the trigger, when he committed to LSU, Tennessee was perceived to be the leader. Now, there's a lot of talk about money to commit, money to stay committed. If you decommit and go elsewhere, you got to pay that money back. I don't know what that looks like behind the scenes. And look, I'm not an expert. I'm not an insider, but every now and then, I've got some good information. I got a little birdie in my ear, and I've heard from multiple places since the time he committed to LSU, he wasn't sure if that's where he wanted to be. Now, is that accurate? Is that nonsense? Is that somebody on the internet pretending to be an insider? I don't know, but I've heard it from multiple places, and I've said from day one, since he pulled the trigger, do not sleep on Tennessee flipping Tristan Keys. And now we're seeing a lot of the insiders. Ryan Callahan saying sources indicate Tennessee is a legitimate threat. VolQuest, Steve Wiltfong, they're all saying Tennessee is a legitimate threat to flip the number one ranked wide receiver in the country. Well, what do you believe? I know a lot of you think I'm crazy. You've said I'm crazy from the time that he committed. I said do not sleep on Tennessee with a possible flip here. Steve Wiltfong, heading into the visit, said On3's number one ranked wide receiver and LSU commit Tristan Keys headlines the group headed to Tennessee. Again, 15 official visitors going to be in town. We're going to be talking recruiting hot and heavy all weekend long, so stay tuned in, dialed in. Said the Vols have always been one of his favorites, with Alabama, Miami, and Texas A&M also in the middle of it. Alabama commit Zion Gibson will also be in Knoxville. We're going to talk about him in just a second. This was from VolQuest just this morning. Tennessee has a real shot with Tristan Keys. He had Tennessee at the top of his list 6 months ago before he committed to LSU. He's taking all these visits in an effort to make sure that Baton Rouge is where he wants to be. Kelsey Pope continues to put the Vols in a good spot, potentially flip him. Having Faison Brandon in town this weekend will definitely help, as they have always been tight. Now, he's already been to Miami, already been to Texas A&M, going to be at Tennessee this weekend, Alabama on the 17th, and then LSU, of course, is going to get that final visit. Here's a quote from his mom. Mom says, as you know, we're still in the process of really observing and trusting God to show us, is LSU home or is home somewhere else? He's still with LSU right now. Hopefully he will stay, but he's still having the door open. He's young, and we want him to explore. Now, Tristan Keys on Tennessee says, I love the coaching staff. They get along well. They create relationships with the kids. That's important. You want that position coach to go and just not talk ball. You can talk relations, talk life, talk on the financial side. They're doing a great job with their players. They got some great players over there. I got a chance to hang out with them, and that was one of my favorite parts of my visit. They do a good job at the quarterback position. They got Faison Brandon up there. They do a good job recruiting quarterbacks, and you want somebody that can spin the ball when you are a wide receiver. So, again, Tristan Keys will be here officially this weekend. Hey, we got a couple more guys I want to talk about. Before we do that, just real quick, do the YouTube stuff. Thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we put out content, whether that be videos or live streams. If you missed the interview with Sam Pendleton on Wednesday night, Go back and watch it. Go to the tab on YouTube. Go to live. Go back, watch that show. Great interview with Sam Pendleton. Had a lot of fun. Look, we're going to have a big-time celebration on Sunday. It may be Father's Day. By the way, today is Boogie's birthday. We're going to have a birthday Father's Day blowout spectacular Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, we're going to play EA Sports College Football. Drop by, say hello, say happy birthday, say happy Father's Day, or you can hit that thanks button down below. It's like a super chat on a video. Send Boogie a birthday gift. I would be grateful. But for real, don't miss the Wednesday night interviews. We've got Colton Hood, who transferred from Colorado to Tennessee, coming up this Wednesday night. We've also got Anthony Aguimura coming up the following Wednesday night. Show up, show out, show love to these kids. They're taking time out of their schedules. They got a busy schedule right now with summer workouts, summer classes. Come say hello. Come introduce yourself. They want to get to know you, and they want you to get to know them. So come show out, show love, and go back and check out the Sam Pendleton interview. But let's get back into it. Let's talk about another guy that's going to be in town this weekend. Again, the tweet on the screen, Alabama 4-star commit Zion Gibson is going to take an official to Tennessee this weekend. He's a 4-star corner, 6'1", 174 pounds, 73rd nationally overall player, 11th the best corner in the country, committed to Alabama back on Christmas Eve over Auburn, Miami, and Tennessee. But he's kept that recruitment open, and he's even said the Vols are the team that continues to recruit him the hardest. He says, Tennessee is recruiting me the hardest right now. I have my officials booked for June the 13th. They were the first SEC offer, and they have recruited me and my family hard from day one. Them being with me from the start says a lot. Got a good relationship with the coaches, and their game atmosphere is insane. There's a lot of questions kind of going into this one about where he would end up, what his official visits would look like. Auburn, Miami, and Georgia were all recruiting him pretty hard, but he was at Ole Miss last weekend, Tennessee this weekend, and again, a trend you're going to see here. They're going back to the school, back to the team that they are committed to is going to get that final visit, and that's the case here. He will go back to Alabama on June the 20th. But VolQuest this morning, this looks like, again, another realistic option, another realistic flip. That's why the title of the video is Flip Watch, because I truly believe that Tennessee can flip Zion Gibson. I truly believe that they can flip Tristan Keys. VolQuest this morning says Tennessee is looking to keep chopping wood with Alabama commit Zion Gibson. They have been near the top of the list even after he committed for several months. He has been to Knoxville multiple times and feels very comfortable with the staff. We believe Tennessee has a legitimate shot here depending on how they do this weekend. Let's go take a look at one more guy that's also going to be here over the weekend. And this is a guy that we've not talked a whole lot about before. That is Chris Stewart. You can see on the screen, he will be here officially visiting the Vols. He's a 4-star wide receiver out of Texas, 6 foot, 175 pounds. Inside the top 250, ranked 240th nationally, been committed to Texas for almost a year now. June the 25th of last year, he pulled the trigger. Tennessee, SMU, Miami, Oklahoma, Arizona State have all continued to pursue him. Again, first time we've really talked about him, so we're going to go through the scouting report for Chris Stewart. He's a playmaker at wide receiver. This is from Gabe Brooks at 247 Sports, who assembled a breakout sophomore season facing strong competition versus big school programs in the Houston Metro. Size yet to be third-party verified, but looks and plays like a slot on tape. Plays fast and should get faster. Displays above average initial acceleration accompanied by good top-end speed, perhaps further along in the latter than the former. Says he recorded encouraging sophomore track times of 11:10 in the 100, 22.24 in the 200, vertical field stretcher along the boundary and from the slot, capable run after catch threat thanks to speed and suddenness in one-cut ability. Dangerous screen and jet option type of weapon you could motion into, out of the backfield and get creative. Projects as a power 4 high major receiver with developmental upside given early speed markers on an on-field context. Here's a quote from him. Standing pretty strong now with Texas because I have a great relationship with the staff, including Coach Sark. He goes on to say they saw me early and they were the first to offer and they saw potential in me first, so that means a lot. But Tennessee going to take their shot this weekend. The quote goes on. The relationship with Coach Pope and Heupel with my family has been great. Like how they run a spread offense, so I think it will be great to get down there, take a visit, and see what it's all about. VolQuest this morning says Stewart has been committed to the Longhorns for almost a year, but he has maintained that he is going to explore his options, and Tennessee is intriguing to him. We will see if they can move the needle this weekend. An insider over at Texas on the On3 site says sources close to the recruitment believe Texas and Stewart remain together and don't anticipate a change coming soon. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when they get him on campus, see what Tennessee can do here. He's already taken official visits to SMU, Miami, and Arizona State. Going to be at Tennessee this weekend. And then, like the others, he is going to be back at Texas for that last official visit on June the 20th. Again, a massive weekend of visits for Tennessee. 15 guys on campus. 5-star quarterback Tennessee commit Faison Brandon's going to be here. Peer recruiting. Can Tennessee get some of these guys to flip? Can they flip Tristan Keys? Can they flip Zion Gibson? Can they flip Chris Stewart? We will keep our eyes on it, keep you guys up to date. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS, or you can support by becoming a member of the channel. Hit that join button down below. It's only $1 a month. You keep the lights on around here. You allow us to bring Tennessee football content every single day, but you get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows. We're going to be doing some members-only streams coming up soon, so stay dialed in, stay tuned in. All the links are in the description below, but that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.